Good morning, everybody. Here I am. Here we are. Same time as usual. 5 minutes before the competition. With everything set up, or I think it's set up. Dave, hello. Black Hole says good luck in the game, everyone. Hello, Black Hole. Welcome, welcome. Jukesies, hello. Sion says happy almost Easter, everyone. Yeah, Easter is in like 5 days here, so happy early Easter, everyone. And I'll say it once again on Friday. Rachel, hello. Herb says hi all. Good luck, have fun. Ruka, hello Ruka, welcome. Wilson Gambogi says hi. Hello Wilson, nice to see you here. Girl Gamer says merry game day. Hello Girl Gamer. I already did the daily challenge, even though it still says play. I think that bug is forever now. And, or maybe it's not a bug, maybe it's a feature. It's not a good feature though. That's tomorrow. Where's yesterday's? It says I didn't even do yesterday's challenge, but I did. Alright, well, competition is in like 3 more minutes. I'm just gonna wait here. I'm not gonna load up the starting biome again. I remember the rivers on the south and the mountains on the west. And I have my layout ready. Hopefully everybody practiced for this competition. And if you didn't, I did put down, or I did put out the no NFT required video just a few hours ago to the public. So check that out if you haven't. Do you need some help? Konoha NFT, hello, Rush. Well, I'm going to be doing my Glass Rush. But I would recommend most people do Gold Rush, of course. Rachel says, yeah, that bug is a problem. I hope they fix it soon. Yeah. Alina, hello. Hello, Yellow. Grabs Crypto says just ate a dozen raw eggs to prepare for the competition. Good luck, everyone. That's a way to prepare, sure. Hello, Crabs. Herb says my daily challenge was completed. Weird. Yeah, I used to do that to me, and now it doesn't do that anymore. I think it's supposed to show completed, so I assume mine just bugged out forever. Alina says, "Are you playing this one?" Yeah, of course. I'm thinking not to. Oh, well, I put out a guide if you change your mind. You know, working design. Marion G's, morning dub. Hello, Mary. Spartans, good morning dub. Happy tax day. Yeah, that is true. It's the tax deadline day. Hello, Spartans. Jamaris says morning dub. Hello, Jamaris. Rocky. Tubuka, hello. What's Rocky? Okay, I don't know what you meant by Rocky, but yeah. O-Town, taxes must wait for Townstar. Right. Hello, O-Town. Okay. Yeah, I'll be doing my Glass Rush to get all the cash I need. I really don't need that much cash. It's not that expensive since we're using windmills. I'm not going to be using the Stars and Stripes. I'll let other people use that. I do have the giant Christmas tree with me right now, so I will use that one. Drink raw eggs? Oh, okay. I don't think I would ever do that. Citizen says, morning dub. The only updates it seems they do are for weekly content flow. Yeah, it seems like that. There was some maintenance yesterday, but fortunately, we didn't get any good info on what the heck that was. They didn't fix any apparent bugs. Mr. Trupa, hello, morning dub. Have a great competition, y'all. Thank you, Mr. Trupa. I can't remember if you're doing this one. You are, yeah, you are. Of course you are. You didn't do the last two, I think, though. That's why I got confused. Here we are, competition starting. Zebor, what's up? Says hello, hello. Lazy DC, welcome. Good day, mate. How are you? I'm doing good, thank you. Thankfully not sick yet. I say that just because my girlfriend got sick. She still is, actually. This weekend, she's been really sick. Well, she's sick. I don't know about really sick because she still goes to work. So I guess she's not as sick as she thinks she is. But I hope I don't get sick. We'll see. So far I feel fine. Green boy, hello. Hello, Rod. Good luck all. Hello, green boy. Yeah, glass. Just set it up right here in the middle. Since there's the most space right here. I'm pretty sure I have to move it. Yeah. 28, hello. Corrupted. I could do like a chocolate rush for cash as well. It would just take up more space to set that up. And that's kind of inconvenient to do with the forest biome. Okay, Miranda skins, and let's see, where does my dragon go? Right here. Go ahead and put the diamond water pump. And oopsie can just go here for now, delete it later. Oh, and temporarily put down the tavern. Oh, right. I ran out of cash. I don't even know how that happened. Let me sell some stuff. That's probably because I removed 2 trees, but I'm surprised I ran out of cash that fast. I'm like, what the heck? All right. Alina says, I wonder what are they expecting us to do with what they gave us as a start? I'm not sure. There was a silo and there was a water pumps for the gas setup, I guess. Was there any crops? I actually don't even remember. I just deleted everything blindly. But they did have stuff to help you get energy, so that's nice for the people that are doing gold. Oh. Let me sell the gas. I meant to sell it with the dragon. I should set up my lumber rush. For some reason in my visualizer I have 2 lumber storages. I definitely don't use 2 of them though, so must have forgot to remove one or move the location. Homeboy, what's up? Good day, good luck. Thank you, homeboy. You as well, of course. We have an animal? Yeah, we use an animal. Of course, it's Easter eggs. How are we gonna make the Easter eggs without a particular animal? Let me actually move these down. That's not right too. Got a little confused because of this road. It's not supposed to be there. Okay, my whole Hatch and Hank family goes together over here. And I will also put down a woodshed. I'll put it down right here for now. And I'll turn one of these on. I don't want to turn them all on yet because I don't have enough lumberjacks and stuff and trees. I guess I'll do that next though. Wait, I don't turn on Gilded Barns, that's right. But I'm gonna go ahead and place down the Nourish Barns for later. And for the Nourish Barns, well, since I'm using 3, they're all gonna have passive feed and water here. They just need 1 wood taken to them. I am gonna turn one of them off. This one right here. I guess the rotation doesn't matter, but I'll just have these 2 on. gonna get me more than enough milk. It would probably still work if I turn them all on. It's just that I'm wasting wood production for the excess milk. Supreme Storehouse here because it doesn't cast shade. And rotated facing the sugar station. No, not yet. Let me worry about the loggers first. Oops. For those of you who practice for this competition, which I hope would be everybody, but come on, we know not everybody practices. But for those of you who practice, did your Valentine's Day design help you? I mean, I'm assuming you're not using the build that I showcased. Like if you made your own build, did you also base it off your whatever design you made for the Valentine's Day Starlight Market Box competition? Or did you just go with a completely different design instead? Because as I said on Friday, I'm basically going with the same design as the Starlight Market Box for Valentine's Day. It's going to be the same road structure. Of course, the buildings are a little bit different. But still, looks very similar. Lazy DC says completely different. Oh, okay. If it's completely different, I assume that's because it would be better. Citizen also says new. Herb says completely different. Okay. So I think maybe there are more people that made a completely new build than just repurpose theirs. Should probably put down my cream bot somewhere. Juxi says, I don't even remember the rate I got for that. Oh, okay. It's only like 2 months ago also. I do remember mine because it was pretty easy to remember. It was 100 per hour. And the no NFT one was 10 per hour. It was very, very clean numbers. Very OCD friendly build, I guess. Same thing with the one I just posted with the almost 30 per hour. I think I can get by with more lumber now. I hate forest start. Yeah, I always hated it too. I mean, I guess I still do, but it's not as big of an issue with my cash rush right here. But no, I remember, you know, when I had less NFTs and it took longer to get the cash that I needed to clear the forest. It was also more difficult to set up a cash rush because of all the trees in the way. Okay, no, that's good. Jixie says, I save all the screenshots, but always forget to add the rate. Yeah, that would be important. I would forget my stuff too. I mean, I share my personal builds in the Super Dub Club chat on Discord, and then the NFT builds are obviously on video, so anybody can easily find those. Oh, and I stream the competition, so I can just check my rates there too. So easy for me to keep track of stuff that way. But yeah, everybody else, you should be taking pictures of your designs and your production rates. Even like your glue production rates or your wool in some situations, just so you can reference that too. Like that candlesticks competition that the meta got changed, so I practiced the original meta, which involves steel. That wasn't a complete waste for me because I did end up referencing that like 2 times for different competitions, and it did help save time. Because I already knew how much wool per hour that was making, and I knew how much steel per hour that was making. Oh yeah, I did buy 1 or 2 of the NFTs in my want to buy list. Take a guess on what it was. I guess a few of you already know what it is, but go ahead and take a guess. Maybe it already showed up in the guild library and I just wasn't paying attention to that. Nah, no way people are that observant. Green Boy says bunny skin, of course. Did anybody buy that one? Let me check, because last time I checked, nobody bought that. Nobody's bought that one. No, it's completely in stock. One person bought the Easter Lolly skin. And it looks like 2 people, or there was 2 purchases of the chocolate shop. It's possible that the same person bought 2 of them. I'm not sure. So no, I didn't get bunny skin, of course, because nobody got that. But yeah, Juxies and Rachel are correct. It was the tractor, the twin garage. Morris said it too. Yep, it was the twin garage. Not yet, Mr. Trooper. Although that is on my list. You are correct. The mini pottery shop is on my want to buy list, but no, I haven't gotten that one yet. Okay. Still being worked on. Let me move this. Set Vic official, hello? Says no. I bought 2 twin garages for now. I did kind of do it to help somebody out. Because it was a trade. Like, I didn't actually buy it from the Gala store. We did a trade for it. So I did them a favor, and I also got the 2 tractors because I was gonna get them eventually, so might as well. I actually do plan on eventually getting 5 tractors. Now for this competition, I'm only using 1 of them. The other one I put in the guild library, actually, yeah. It's in the guild library. So I'm only gonna use 1 of them for this competition. Twin garage tractor works like 2 tractors. Now the interesting thing that I've yet to test is like, let me go ahead and place it, right? Because obviously I need to place it down. So the thing I've noticed so far, well, you're not going to be able to see the worker. Let me place it on the salt fields, salty salt fields. These are going to give salty to each other. The thing I noticed with the twin garage is that the Patriot tractor skin doesn't give a cosmetic override to this worker. So you'll see the tractor come out. It's gonna look just like the tractor, right? You know, green tractor, regular hat. Although I do have the Patriot tractor skin turned on, right? So what I don't know yet, because I haven't tested this, maybe I'll test it later today or tomorrow. Does the 25% movement speed bonus still apply? I'm not completely sure. Just by like looking at it, I don't think it does. I feel like it should move faster than when it actually moves, but I need to do a proper test, or maybe somebody out there has already tested that. Let me know. But yeah, I did not know that. Now, is it supposed to not have the skin? I don't know. I guess the easiest solution for me would be to blame the devs. But I need to do a proper test first to see if it actually does do the movement speed bonus. Because I don't know. So Sat Vic Official says, I'm Tariq from Pakistan. Oh yeah, Tariq from my Discord. What's up, Tariq? Last time you helped me out, I wanted to join a guild, but I don't know what I do. So for the guild, somebody has to send you an invite to the guild. That's the only way you're gonna get into one. Yeah, they have to click invite members and they have to search up your name. Now my guild, the Dubs Guild, is for supporters only, and it's pretty much limited to 10. And while I'm on here, see, I don't usually scroll through here, but let me go ahead and swap this out, since I forgot to do that before the competition started. What am I doing? Gold, pot of gold. Add a pot of gold. There we go. Yeah, so somebody would have to invite you to the guild. Now, I think most guilds don't actually have, like, the owner doesn't share NFTs. So you could say that most guilds in game are kind of pointless, at least right now. Not until we get like a good guild update where everybody can share NFTs in the guild, like even the members or the people who are promoted to officers. But right now, if the owner's not sharing NFTs, it doesn't really do that much good. We haven't had guild competitions in some time, and I'm sure they'll give us a heads up when that's about to happen. And I would not expect that to happen until we have the soil token and the entire new system in place. So I don't think it's like super important to be in a guild right now. I'm user 24 at Townstar. So I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean you're user 24? Is that your name? Are you the 24th person to ever play the game? I don't think there's a way to prove that. Let me use my 2 rare wizards workshops. Oh, so I tried to do a test for to see if the fireworks bug was fixed. I was under the impression that it was, because I've done this test before, because like I said, I did this test with the Valentine's Day meta, because I'm using the same layout here. And I swear the way I did it worked. Like it showed me that it wasn't making all the glue. And this time I was under the impression that I did the same test and it was making all the glue. So I don't know what happened there, a little confused. But I ran a different test using only 2 of the Wizards workshops instead of 3 of them or 4 of them. And that gave me more proper results because I wasn't making all the glue that I needed to make. And basically, long story short, the fireworks bug still exists in the game. I even tested it after the update went live yesterday, whatever the heck that update was. The bug is still persisting, unfortunately. Now, I actually don't need to build this if I place down the crystal reindeer. Let me actually just hold off on it, yeah. I'll probably end up building it anyways. I did not make good use of the crystal reindeer here. All-time play, small NFT. We take a lot of time to make money. For you, make 1 million in 10 minutes. Yeah, pretty much. I think it's 1 million every 5 minutes, actually. I mean, to correct you, it's I'm making double what you think I am, but yeah, you're right. That's the power of overpowered NFTs and strategies as well. You can have the NFTs, but you also need to know what to do with them. Let's move the oopsie over here. And I also do want to put down the birdhouses. Should have done that some time ago. Do I have guided blades turned off? This. Yeah, it's not, I need to turn that on. Guided blades. Gotta make more lumber. Okay, let me see if I can transition to Chocolate Rush now. So I'm gonna have these three make chocolate bars. These three will make Easter eggs. I'll go ahead and turn them on, but I'm not making the paint yet. Four of these will make sugar. The thing is, I won't make a crazy amount of chocolate. Whatever, I'll still try to set it up. Yeah, I got the full spooky set down. Gonna make the chocolate shop workers and the candy shop workers move faster. Oh. Okay, while all that's building, let me do rose bushes. Green Boy is asking, can you show your guided blades crafting timer? I'm curious. So I assume you meant the lumber mill? It is at 2 seconds. I will show it in a moment once I'm done placing these. So lumber regularly 10 seconds. Without my birdhouses and corrupted packs, it goes down to 6 seconds. And Miranda skins. And with the guided blades, it goes down to 2 seconds. So you can see right there. I make lumber very fast, 5 times faster than a person with no NFTs. Probably even faster though, because my lumberjacks, my loggers move very quickly. So they get to the lumber mill quickly. Rachel says, what do you think next week's meta will be? Well, my guesses have been terribly wrong so far, but actually, if I guess next week's meta, I have an unfair advantage because I know I have an idea of what the next NFTs are going to be. But with that unfair advantage in mind, Rachel, let's see. If I had to take a good guess, next week's meta... I'm having a hard time picking something. Boom Canes. Let's go with that. Next week's meta would be Boom Canes. That's my guess. Yeah, it is insane. Guided Blades is a very, very effective card for space saving. But, you know, I think we did boom canes for like New Year's, right? Whatever. Go ahead and sell some sugar. Oh, I still need to make that one. Otherwise, I can't even make the chocolate. I'm gonna have another salty salt field right here. It is gonna be on a red craft timer, but that's fine. Just need a little bit of extra brine. Sandula says, I'm thinking nutcracker. There's a couple things that it could be. It just gives me Christmas vibes, so I'm not too sure. But a boom canes is kind of like a New Year's vibe kind of thing, so that doesn't really make sense either. But it would probably make the most sense for it to be nutcracker. But I'll stick with boom canes as my guess. Too late. It's fine. My guesses have been wrong lately. I didn't guess Easter eggs for this one until I seen the new NFTs, and I'm like, yeah, decorated cakes makes the most sense, but I still thought it was Easter eggs. I suppose some people did not think it would be a brand new meta since this team, as far as we know, supposedly has not made a new meta. Rachel says, yeah, those would be weird this time of year, but Gala stuff doesn't make sense sometimes. Yeah, for all we know, it's a Starlight Market box again with like freaking... I just realized something actually. Remember that competition that got canceled? Do you guys remember December 2024? There was supposed to be a Starlight Market box competition that was probably gonna rival Stack Box in terms of difficulty, and Farmer Michelle had given us a hint of what it was gonna contain. I don't think she ever revealed the full recipe. If anybody remembers, let me know. But I think it was going to contain like 3 Christmas related items inside of it. So it could have been Starlight Market box with boom canes, nutcracker, and bicycle. I don't exactly remember what she had said, because I think she only said 2 of those 3 items, but I think it was going to be 3 of the items. That competition got canceled. I don't exactly remember what happened there. In December we only had 2 competitions because the Christmas competition wasn't going to happen, but that competition that I'm talking about was like 2 weeks before that. What if they finally come out with that competition? You know, they probably maybe had some of the code done for it. Now it's not Christmas time, so yeah, it doesn't make sense. But it could be it, you know. It's not out of the question is what I'm saying. To tweet something with a bunch of crops and mystic vibes with a bee touch, yeah. Yeah, now I want to say it's going to be Starlight Market box just for the heck of it. I got my blueberry stands here for the passive blueberries for the stationary shops. Epic Stationery Shop. only requires 4 blueberries and doesn't need a water drum. Oh, it was right there. And then I got 2 regular stationary shops, but I can't afford the second one, so I have to wait. Need more money. Sandula says, I don't think we need to be in a season to have meta for it. Yeah, that's true. Morris, it was holidays break and the axing was in progress. Yeah, at the time. Yep. You are right. They probably let a bunch of people go like a week before Christmas, because it was around that time. So I kind of do need to move this, but at the same time I need the cash. Uh, 43 minutes in, and I'm pretty close to finishing. Beehives naturally point north, right? If I'm not mistaken. They are pointing north right now. Usually I have them point to the road. Pointing south. Okay. So I rotate each one time. And it should be... There we go. Okay. This one's actually making honey. Alright, while I wait, I will turn all these on. You know what? That's not even in the right spot. Just realized that. Lazy DC setting up gas now. Nice. Citizen says pretty heartless laying people off at Christmas. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Though, there's no way to defend it, but like... Makes you think, like, what's the reason? Why did they absolutely have to do it by then? Is it for financial reasons or what? They couldn't possibly have done that just to be jerks. Like what, you think the HR team at Gala has fun laying people off right before Christmas? Same thing goes for the many other companies that have done the exact same thing. Ives, what's up, Ives? Just logged in and you're basically done. Oh yeah, this is normal. Sometimes I'm done at this point. Probably another 15 minutes and I'll be done. Like, I'm usually not focused 100%. I'm more like 90% focused. Right? Because if I was 100% focused, like if I was trying to be a sweat at this game, I would be clicking so much faster and setting stuff up more efficiently. Missing a bunch of energy on those. You move that down. You always win it? Yeah. Yeah, easy for me to win the competition. Bunch of NFTs, and I play this game too much. Still getting used to my new super slow method with few NFTs. You've got experience though. So Distant says, no, not purposefully because of Christmas, just to be mean. It is what it is, but just saying. Yeah, it is mean. I agree with you there. Oh, I know a good spot for the oopsie. Right here. Okay, I preferably still want the Wizard's Workshop, though. I don't really need it. Still need a couple pottery shops and wind turbines. Sorry, not wind turbines, windmills. I'm pretty sure I can afford to stop the wine rush now. Oh yeah, I can sell a stack of chocolate bars. That's right. My dragon's busy. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. I have enough cash now. Just did the quick maths. Dream, hello Dream. Usually don't see you on the stream. You usually watch it after. What's up? How many beehives did you put down? That's a good question. Let me look at my visualizer. 21. 21 beehives. 8 making honey. These 5 and these 3. 13 making honeycomb, which was all the other ones. I already turned them on. I don't have my full set of Haunted Maze placed down just yet, so I'll go ahead and do that. I'm a little worried that this layout, like the way I set this up, isn't completely correct. I'm wondering why. So, why does it look funny? Let me do the rest of the pottery shops first. Something looks funny there, like it's not right. Alright, so I got another circus here for a couple more windmills making flour. Yeah, something definitely looks weird there. Okay, the Tesla coil's one spot down. Tesla coil's right here. That's why it looked weird. How many beehives for 50 per hour? The no NFC design was doing 60 per hour. It was 4 making honeycomb. 2.5 making honey, if that makes sense. It's actually 3 making honey. It's just that one of them has one dirty. Now, of course, it's going to depend on the way you set it up, but if you want to check out the way I set it up in the no NFT build showcase, That's what I use. 7 beehives, 4 for honeycomb, 3 for honey. One of the ones that was making honey had 1 dirty. Email account stuff. Hello. Dub 2028. Also, thanks, Dream. Love your videos. You're the best, Dub. Thanks, Dream. Email account stuff said, Dub, when's the release date for your Netflix biopic? That's not happening. I'm not that popular, don't worry. I can't imagine what that would be about. Hot Cocoa Chalet is an interesting building to use in this competition because I'm not actually crafting anything with it. But the reason why it's so important is because it will reduce the craft time of marshmallows by 40% for any buildings that are right next to it in the 1 tile radius. I will be using my Rare Lolly and Pop shops to craft marshmallows. They do have a lower craft time than the regular candy shops, and they move faster. So as you can see, marshmallow craft time at 31 seconds, with the Rare Lolly and Pop shop being next to the Hot Cocoa Chalet. Now I do have a Platinum Crafty Candy Shop NFT, and that further reduces it down to 26 seconds. Can I afford 1 more Wizard's Workshop? Sure I can. I'll sell a stack of chocolate, get all my cash back. Juxie says I'm doing 50. I have 11, 4 honey, 7 comb. Oh, you meant... okay. You know, for some reason I thought he meant 50 glue per hour. He probably meant 50 Easter eggs per hour, which is 100 glue per hour. Yeah, that's a good example, Juxies. It's good numbers. A new user who has joined the stream with the username I'm with Stupid 420, which is a very interesting username, by the way. I will probably call you just 420. Says, hi, I just started playing the game. What should I do to start? Welcome to the stream, 420. I do have a very good video called how to do Gold Rush and Gasoline Rush, which I would recommend new players watch, so you get a good idea on what to do for a cash strategy, as well as how to make gasoline to actually keep selling items. So I would start with that. That's the first part of the game is to get something going to make you a bunch of cash before you can even start working on a final design. Now that is the harder part. The final design is the harder part, and that will take a lot of practice. I also very often put out no NFT required build showcases that you could use to help you create your own design, or you could just copy it completely and learn to play doing that. And that will teach you a lot about the game and how to eventually create your own competitive design. Am I still getting energy? I hope so. It's kind of slow, but I am still getting energy. I'm pretty much almost done with this though, so let me see what else I can do. Pretty sure I can get rid of that. Place the beekeeper. Email account stuff came back to my build, and my Tesla has been set ablaze. Oh damn. That's probably a reference. But yeah, all I'm gonna say is, oh damn. I'm pretty sure I had these rotated a certain way. Don't remember if I take a picture of that. I'll check later. Oh, I do have Town Hall here to reduce the craft time of the tree farms, but also because these want 1 passive water. I'll go ahead and turn all these on. Gonna be close to an hour finish. What is this missing? Also missing energy. Dream says, how much cash rush did you need before you transition to the actual build? About 10 million, though my build costs 11.5 million, around there. But I sold a stack of chocolate bars and some sugar. Yeah, so around there, or around 10 to 12 million. And these are all turned on. I'll go ahead and take that off. Hopefully it doesn't screw me over. Spooky House of Laughs. Where did I place the Spooky House of Laughs? You know, that's interesting. I have 2 Spooky House of Laughs in my visualizer when I'm only supposed to have 1. Alright then. I wonder what I actually did in my practice build, if that's the case. Let me just put the crane bot back. I don't know what's supposed to go over here. Who the heck knows? Go ahead and turn these on. Smash that like button, people. Says the email account stuff. Appreciate that. So these 4 will be making blue paints. These 4 will be making red paints. They can quickly pick up the glue from here. They'll drop off the paints here. They will also pick up the flour from here. Now I'm going to turn on the windmills making flour. I still need to turn on my effect cards. So those 4 and these 3. These 2 are making corn starch. That's why I have the spooky wheels over here for the passive corn. These 2 are making salt. They will be facing the silo so they can quickly pick up the brine. I'll go ahead and sell a stack of chocolate. But I'm thinking... Oh, this makes glue. I'm thinking that should be it. Other than these, I'll go ahead and replace these. These are also pottery shops. They are the NFTs, so I don't have to build them. Just place them down. We are an hour into the competition. I can see I'm ranked 13 right now, but I haven't sold any Easter eggs. Did I turn the marshmallows on? I did, so that's making marshmallows. It's making paints. And not making Easter eggs yet, but it will soon. I believe I'm done. Although I do feel like I'm missing something. I'm sure I'll figure it out soon. But let me go ahead and turn on my effect cards. Silo. Gusty wind is very important. Yes, the faster movement speed for the stationary shops. I am missing something. I just remembered what it was. It's not on the visualizer. That's why I almost forgot about it. Sure. Bulky lumber yard's just not that important for me. I am leaving gilded barns turned off on purpose. Hasty windmill. Platinum hasty beekeeper. Bulky warehouse, sure. Hasty tractor. Should be everything. Amir Z, what's up, Amir? Came by to say hi. Time to go to work. Wish all the best, legends. Thank you so much, Amir. The tweet said, did you play Spooky Go? The full Spooky set is placed down. Got the Wheel Nightmares, Ghost Tracks, Go Round, and House of Laughs, which was actually supposed to go over here, but that's fine. So the NFT I forgot to place down was the Lantern Festival. Lantern Festival reduces the craft time of bamboo shoots and red envelopes, which I don't care about, but it doubles the movement speed of the stationeers or the stationary shop workers, which is very helpful here. It probably saves me 2 spots from having to have 1 more of each. Maybe even more than 2 spots. Okay, I don't need any more energy. Since I'm so close to 25, I'm just going to get to 25 and sell a batch. And hopefully that will work as planned. I will take off the fundamental storage. I don't need it, assuming I finish building everything else. Okay, 25 energy. So is that it? Am I making Easter eggs? I am. I'm at 10 eggs. All right, or 10 batches of eggs. We're making eggs without chickens here. It's all going to plan. Oh, okay. Just checking the chats real quick. Okay. I'm going to reset the production monitor and hopefully everything is correct here. I'll sell another batch of chocolate bars. What was my bottleneck here? Oh yeah, it was the paints. Yeah. So the chocolate bars overproduce anyways. This proves the egg came before the chicken. I guess that's true if the cow also came before the chicken. Right? So we could get the milk to make the chocolate egg. The only items that go in the warehouse are the paints and I suppose the ceramic bowls, but I have a dedicated storage for that. No, let's do 30 on the paint. Let me go down the list. Brian, I don't need to sell Brian. Ceramic bowls at 30. Chocolate bar, 30. Cornstarch overproduces fairly easily. So 25. 25 on the eggs. Yeah, 25. Glue, I'll do at 30. That has its own storehouse, so really I could hold more than 30. But I use all the glue. Same thing with these, 30. Lumber, I don't sell lumber. Marshmallow, 30. Milk, 25, that overproduces. $30. 25 because I use it all for I use all my salt for marshmallows. Sugar I overproduce, so 25. I'm not storing wood. I think that's it. I might need to rotate these. I'll wait a couple minutes because if I start going down on lumber, then I know that these need to be rotated. Well, the lumber rate should be. I forgot what number it should be. Okay, well, let's be a little patient and let this run. There we go. An hour, 9 minutes in. I pretty much finished this in like the hour, 5-minute mark though. Have I sold my first batch of eggs? I believe so. There we go. There we go. Top 3. Third place right now. Guess my production rates. I forgot to ask people to guess. That's pretty obvious now, maybe. Maybe not. But how many Easter eggs do you think I'm making here? Why do you have coffee items? The chalet, you mean? Although I'm not actually crafting anything. But I mentioned this when I placed on the lolly and pop shops, but the chalet is important here because it reduces the craft time of the marshmallow craft by 40% for the candy shops next to it. So it saves me 3 or 4 spots for candy shops. I'm almost out of water here. Go ahead and keep guessing, actually. I'll be right back. Let me get a bottle of water. A nice cold one. Be right back. Ooh, spinning chair. It's spinning by itself. Nah, I'm here. I'm back. Let's see. I think Morris is spot on here. Juxie said 110. That's too low. Ivis says, nice, thanks. It usually goes very nice. Sometimes better than I think it will. Lazy DC 150, not quite. Citizen 195, pretty good guess, but not high enough. Yeah, Morris at 250. This should be making at least 245 per hour. Now, my goal was 250, so that's a very good guess, Morris. And the only reason it doesn't make 250 is because the red paint and blue paint is hard to perfectly balance. If I keep messing with it, there would probably be a way to perfectly balance it. But it should actually make 250. The glue rate should eventually be good here. I may have to double check that everything else is working. Chocolate bars is good, as far as I can tell. Marshmallows is a little too low though. So I'm wondering if I forgot to do something here. I guess I'll check in a moment. Show your marshmallow timers, please. Oh yeah, so I went from 6 minutes down to 26 seconds. It's a significant difference. It's what is that, like 10 times less? Like a 90% reduction or something? Keep in mind this is the rare lolly and pop shop. So if I had like a legendary lolly and pop shop, it'd be even faster. Now I could reduce it a little more. I have a gingerbread house, but it would only affect one of them. So like I could reduce this one further, but I should only need to use these 4. This one should actually be facing the road. Very good guess at 250, yeah. Now let's see if everything's actually going to plan here. Though I may have to wait a little longer, right? The salt rate is good. The sugar, actually, I don't think the sugar rate is good here. I think it should be higher than that. What is the sugar rate supposed to be at? 750, I think. $500 for the chocolate, which it might be making too much chocolate here, but yeah. So it like 600 for the chocolate and then 250 for the marshmallow. So my sugar rate should be closer to 850. I think it will eventually make 900 sugar, unless I miss something, right? Or unless one of the windmills is bugged out. Maybe it is. It's possible that one of these is bugged out. I need to pay attention because the sugar rate does seem lower than it should be. No, I mean, these are all working as far as I can tell. So the sugar rate does look low right now. Milk rate is accurate. Flour rates actually is low also. Should be higher than that. Got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? That's all the glue. Got lumber right there. Yeah, even the corn rate's low. It must have something to do with the wood, if that's the case. Not getting enough wood production there. What's the bee timers at? 38 for honey, 76 for honeycomb. Okay, so all the tree farms should be on the fastest craft timer. Legendary tree farms about 2.5 seconds. Regular tree farms about 5 seconds. That seems right. I got my hatchets down. The amount of loggers here should be 18. 18 logger houses. Got 6 here. This makes 9. 12. 15. 18. 18 logger houses. That's good. The only thing I believe I had to fix here is the lumber mill, the way the lumber mills are facing. Let me double check that. But the wood rate should be higher. You're right. Something's off here with the wood rate. So we got to figure out what's going on here. Okay, as I thought, these are rotated. They're facing the trees. Little things like that do make a difference. This one is not facing the trees, as far as I can tell. It is kind of hard to tell because the dragon's blocking my picture view. So the legendary tree farms, they have a door. The door's facing south. I want the door facing north. I mentioned this in another competition stream, but yeah, the legendary tree farms have a door, which I didn't even realize at first. Somebody pointed that out to me, so thank you. But yeah, it does actually make a difference to wood production. Those 2 extra steps do add up, because these trees grow back quickly. So I got all the legendary tree farms door facing north, because only the legendary tree farms have doors, by the way. The regular tree farms seemingly do not. The wood is collected at the center. Why it's like that, I have no idea. Great reduction on marshmallows? Yeah, very, very good here. Seemingly, I'm making enough lumber. Honestly, maybe a little too much. So lumber rate is supposed to be 1,500 per hour. 1,000 for the honeycomb, 500 for the honey. So 1,500 lumber per hour, that should be correct. It will probably go down a little now that I've rotated these, is my guess. Let me go ahead and rotate this one too. Just can't remember if I did it on that one. So the wood rate is going up slightly. Dude, I don't remember what the real wood rate was. I know what the real lumber rate was. That's actually on the picture I took. It's 1545 per hour. But the real actual wood rates? Not sure. Another thing I'm gonna do... Actually, let me take the picture. Let me check the picture again. No, I didn't do this in my practice build. But I'm gonna rotate them facing the trees. It will just very slightly lower my milk rate because it takes the ATV longer to get to the barn now. But it takes less time for the loggers to get to the barn. So that should make a very tiny difference, but it should help. You know, one thing that probably will absolutely, well, I shouldn't say probably and absolutely in the same sentence, but will probably help my wood production rate is having another logger house. As far as I can tell, the 18 logger houses are all working, which is great. I don't know if a 19th logger house... Okay, well, maybe not. Maybe they're not working. I just seen some came from their house. They should all be working, though. I'm wondering if something's bugged out here. the wood rate is going up. Here's what I do, but before I touch anything else, like I could put down a building here, but before I do that, we are already making some Easter eggs at 200, but that's not the 250 that the 245 that I should be making. I am gonna return to the main menu just in case there's some funny business going on with a tree or something. You never know. I've only... Well, this would be the first time I had to do that in the competition, if that's the case. But I will then get back on here and see what the new wood rate is after I made those tiny rotations. And we'll see how it goes. I'll try to wait 10 minutes before I judge the wood rate. They're all crafting something, so that's a good sign. See, it would have been nice if I actually recorded how much wood I was making. Now, I'm trying to think of how much wood it should, at minimum, make. Actually, why do I need to do the math? I'll just go on the visualizer. The Town Star Planner, Easter eggs, 250. 10,250 wood per hour. Well, actually, 245, but whatever. 10,045 wood per hour. I was definitely making 10,000 wood per hour. However, I was making a little bit more lumber than I should have been making. So that probably... These little rotations that I made was probably what I was missing. That could have... That would be insane if that little difference made a 50 Easter egg production rate per hour difference. I feel like there's more to it, but we'll see. And this little tweak that I made here, I did not do that in my practice server, but it should also help. But yeah, if anything, I can put down one more building here. So my crystal reindeer is supposed to go here, and I guess it would still be smart of me to use it. But this is already supposed to make enough glue, even offline. I tested it. This apparently seems to do enough glue per hour on offline. And the greenhouse NFT, I decided not to use that one. It would have helped me, so I wouldn't have to use this spot. But I rather let somebody, supporter in my guild, borrow the greenhouse NFT, because like maybe they don't have a blueberry stand or a Valentine's stand, so it would be way more helpful for them than it is for me. And I thought that was a nicer thing to do. Because if the greenhouse doesn't save me at least 2 spots that I so desperately need, I probably wouldn't use it. It is an amazing NFC, don't get me wrong, but if you have a lot of the passive fruits that it gives out for the 50% craft time reduction, it's not as helpful. But it is still, even then, still a little helpful. And the twin garage saved me 1 spot because I was going to use 2 tractors at first, so that's cool. I only have the 2 twin garages. I will eventually get a total of 5 is what I'm thinking, because yeah, some of these builds use a lot of tractors. But I still need to do a proper test to see if the Patriot tractor skin works on it. Like the movement speed bonus, because I can't exactly tell. I feel like it should be faster. Like they should move faster. No, haven't had the session. Oh, you shared my competition stream. Appreciate that. I didn't even do that. Yeah, whoever's here watching the stream, as always, appreciate you. Streamlabs says 59 viewers. I don't know how accurate that is. And I tend to forget to watch Discord or YouTube here. YouTube also says 59 people, so I guess that is accurate because I got 0 people watching on Twitch because nobody here uses Twitch. And I'm assuming it is still multi-streaming to Twitch. I've not checked Twitch in forever. Let me see.
You know I'm coming out of a place of,
whoops.
You know, being.
I don't know what that is. That's what I get for going on Twitch. How do I check my own channel? I don't know what that is. That's what I get for going on Twitch. Hey, that's me. Okay. Yeah, I need to update this one day. It doesn't really matter. I don't think Twitch would be relevant here until Gala pops off and we actually have people searching for it on Twitch. Yeah, until then, people probably won't use it. I prefer YouTube, by the way. It's because I post the videos there anyways, so all in one. Spartans 167 per hour, top 50 rig, very nice. Yeah, it should be. It should be. You should be good. Sandula, I do. I didn't know you use it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Whatever people prefer as their viewing experience. I don't even use Twitch to watch like other streamers or anything. Or very, very rarely. Not quite 10 minutes yet, but let's look at the production monitor because the Easter eggs are looking good right now. Wood rate? What the heck? The wood rate jumped like crazy. All right, so that is the problem was a wood rate. I can't say exactly what the issue was, because like I refreshed the game, maybe that helped. Maybe rotating this was a massive difference. So as you saw, I was doing 200 Easter eggs per hour. I rotated these and my production rate went up by 50 basically. I'm Cream Boy. Follow me on Twitch. Thank you so much. That is Cream Boy on YouTube, I'm assuming. Very similar username. Like I said, sugar should be close to 750, or actually it should be even higher than that. Sugar should be close to 800, so we'll see how that goes. Salt is good enough, close to 245. That's gonna be my limit. Red paint's a little too low. Blue paint's a little too high. How is it that my milk rate went up? Or am I just forgetting what number it was? Whatever. Marshmallows is a little too high also. Maybe because I had a backlog of items. Lumber's good. Actually, lumber's pretty perfect. Yeah, that's... if anything, I'm not... Okay, no, never mind. Lumber is, like, perfect. Blue, it should be close to 500. Flour is great. It should be 1,000 flour per hour. Amazing. Easter eggs, a little too high, probably because of the backlog of items. Corn is good. It is overproducing. That's about the right number. Chocolate bar is a little low, and I think that's because of the sugar. Ceramic bowls is perfect. Brine is basically perfect. Okay, this is looking so much better, but there's something off with the sugar rate. Oh, there we go. There's a batch. There's the dragon with the freaking eggs. Looked like dragon eggs for a second. Everything's great here, but the sugar rate still feels a little off. It's still like a little lower than I feel like it should be. I'm wondering what that's about. It can't possibly be the sugar station here. Like, it's facing the right way. You don't even see the worker get out. The robot immediately just puts it in here. Starts crafting again. So I'll keep it running, but yeah, the sugar rate is a little concerning. Twitch is working? Yeah. Yeah, appreciate you testing it. This says I've had problems with lumber mills not working. Not on until I refresh. Yeah, me too. I've had that issue also. But that wasn't the issue here. All the buildings, as far as I could tell, were working. Somebody said it was very laggy for them. I don't think it was very laggy for me. I didn't really have any lag issues. Dang, I didn't take a picture of the sugar rate either. I need to start taking more pictures, man. But I'm pretty sure the sugar rate was supposed to be 800. Citizen says you have to overproduce enough wood to compensate for cow, windmill, sawmill delivery. I mean, you're right. Though I ran this in practice, it was making more sugar than that. How is it that it's like, technically that is enough sugar for 250 per hour, but, well, pretty much what Citizen said, right? Like, I'm gonna overproduce, or I should be overproducing chocolate bars, but I am gonna no, actually, no. Marshmallows should not overproduce. Yeah, I just remembered. Marshmallows don't overproduce, because salt is the bottleneck for marshmallows. That is done on purpose. So this should work with 750 sugar. I'm probably going to restart the production monitor again. I mean, like, I have chocolate. That's not what's stopping it right now. Like I said, the backlog of all the items. That's why I'm making extra Easter eggs right now. If the flour rate is perfect, then there's no issue with the sugar rate. There shouldn't be. A citizen says also sometimes it takes the meter to be accurate when you run real tight efficiently. Well, yeah, it takes time, but I assume you meant, yep. All right, I think I might just be freaking out for no reason. I can just reset the projection monitor and run it again, because although I do remember it making 800 sugar, this works with 750 because of the way I have it set up. Marshmallows will only ever take at most 250. As you can see, the salt rate only ever goes as high as 250 as far as I remember. See, brine is close to 1,000. So that means the other 500 sugar can only be used for chocolate bar because there's nothing else that takes sugar. Chocolate bars take 2 sugar each, so they'll make 250 chocolate bars, which is exactly what I need. It's very balanced, as you can tell. Very, very balanced on the chocolate, marshmallow, and glue. Paint should be perfectly balanced. Like, that's good on red paint. That's a little too much on blue paint because I had extra glue. But it doesn't always work that way, which is why I said it will probably make 245 per hour and not 250. Marshmallows is at 2. I also have a backlog on glue, so even if I refresh the production monitor, it's still not going to be accurate because it's mostly waiting on flour right now. Okay, I'll reset the production monitor anyways. I'll probably run this for like 15 more minutes, and that will be the last check here. Easter eggs. This isn't no NFT build. What am I doing? I'm just gonna name it after my name. Okay. I was about to put Easter eggs and an R build or something. Like I do on the build showcases. Rachel says, when I was testing yesterday, it showed that I was making more honeycomb than honey, and yet I had like 20 extra honeys that were not being used and no honeycomb. I think that monitor is off. The only way he can get a real accurate test is by flushing all your storages, resetting your buildings, or at least some of your buildings, and then resetting the production monitor to let it run. I tend to do that in the practice server. I don't like doing that here in the competition server because I don't want to lose important materials. So now we wait on that. I'm just reading some messages on Discord. But yeah, if anybody wants to ask anything, go ahead and feel free to do so. I'll check Gala Gold, and sometimes it's like super empty and nothing's going on there. But sometimes people post some interesting stuff, since I don't keep up with everything. And I don't tend to check Twitter or what people post on Twitter. Hey, what is that? Better not be a virus. Actually, I don't think this is new. Selba or Seba, sorry, Seba. Hello. How do you change your avatar under your town's name? You mean the one on the top left? You can't change that. But if you mean on the leaderboard, it takes your profile picture on the Gala Games website. Go to games.gala.com. On your settings, or you click on your picture on the top right, and you go to your account and settings, I think, and there should be a way to update your picture there. And it might take a day, but it will eventually update on here. But that picture on the top left, that cannot be changed to my knowledge. Tatui says, how do you feel about the low communication from the team, if there is one? It's terrible. I'm not gonna deny that. The communication went downhill. And it probably could be worse, but right now it's terrible. And we can all like try to point fingers. I don't think Duxa needs to blame here. But who knows, right? I don't even have enough info. He's the messenger. If they're not giving him the messages to deliver, that sucks. And if he is actually asking these developers to, you know, fix issues or to give us more information about stuff, and they're not responding to him, or they're not giving him the info to give to us, then that is terrible. Or, you know, is he even asking them? I would assume he is. Although, from what I've seen, everything at Gala takes a very long time. But it's strange, like, you would have thought by now he would have gotten some kind of answer to something. He could have asked them like any updates on soil. They could have said we're working on it, and he could have just told us they're working on it. Obviously we don't, that's not what we want to, well, maybe that is what we want to hear. What we want to hear is like a date, but that, as as some of you know, Gala giving dates on when things will be ready has been pretty bad. Like you guys remember when this version of Townstar, you know, on the Godot engine was supposed to release and then it got delayed. Or I think when daily challenges, the time frame that daily challenges were gonna come back, and that got delayed. They are terrible with time frames. I've seen that the past 4 years that I've been in this ecosystem with Gala. They pretty much miss all their dates. But yeah, the communication sucks more right now, because we used to have good communication, you know, with the town halls and stuff. And even then it could have been better, to be honest, but like it was still pretty good. Now it's not good, which sucks. We want it to be good. And as I've said before, you compare it to Mirandis now, which we did a complete flop. At some point, Mirandis's communications was not that great. Maybe it didn't suck completely, but at least during the transition period of the teams, it really wasn't good. And over here, Townstar was getting the best communication. And now today, Townstar is getting crappy communication. It's not even the worst. Don't get me wrong, it's not the worst in the Gala Games ecosystem. But Mirandis is now getting the best communication out of all the Gala games right now. Good updates every month and good updates on what they're working on. And they don't even tell us everything. Obviously, they keep stuff to themselves so they don't spoil some secrets of the game. That's fine to do so. Maybe Townstar's doing that too. That's why they're not updating us on all the info. But yeah, Mirandis has the best communication. Like I said before, the Walking Dead Empire's probably the worst communication. That's it's like dead there. Maybe that's why it's called the Walking Dead Empires. Eternal Paradox, we at least got a little bit of communication there that there's a new team working on the game now, and they're still working on the transition process. Champions Arena, they legit just are okay. Well, they're going to put out a new update. Is it today? When is the new update? Did the update already happen? Today. Later today, tomorrow, depending on your time zone. The Champions Arena is about to put out a new update, introducing a feature that allows you to merge auras. That's new content. That's awesome. Champions Arena is doing a pretty good job. That's why that game has a good community of people. I don't know if any of you play Champions Arena, but if you're checking the Discord channel, they actually have pretty good communication. There are people that love playing Champions Arena. Champions Arena Discord has more communication than the Eternal Paradox Discord channel, but that is only because most of the communication on Eternal Paradox happens in the game. Whereas Champions Arena, you can't talk with everybody within the game. You can only talk with your guild members, and that chat kind of sucks. Like, I never even check it myself, or I hardly ever do, because you got to go to the estate. If Champions Arena had a better way to communicate within the game, that'd be cool. Like, do it from anywhere, even if you're in the middle of the battle. But yeah, I believe that's why Champions Arena Discord channel has more communication than Eternal Paradox. Player base wise, I think it's about the same. I could be wrong. But their communication is alright, with Champions Arena's communication being a little bit better than the Eternal Paradox's. Should be called Walking Really Dead for the Walking Dead. Yeah, I'll check the channel whenever there is new messages, and like it's usually like the same 2 or 3 people, which really love the game, and that game is cool. The Walking Dead Empires is cool, but there's like seemingly nobody working on it. I keep seeing people ask for server restarts because it gets laggy if they haven't restarted it in a long time, and it doesn't seem like anybody even restarts the servers, which sucks. That's terrible to see. So yeah, I would say Townstar has better communication than the Walking Dead Empires, but that doesn't set the bar that high, huh? Even Vexy has more communication now. Vexy Village is maybe the second in terms of most communication, right under Mirandis. Because I did see that Duck Sunny actually got one of the developers of Vexy Villages to actually come into Discord every once in a while and answer questions for like 10 minutes. And you know, sometimes nobody's there, so he just doesn't answer any questions, but that's cool still. He answers some questions. I've seen it. I have seen him answer some questions. I can't remember exactly what it is. I haven't even checked Vexy Villages in a couple days. There's a couple bugs in there, no surprise. Maybe at some point I'll do a video. I don't have much motivation to do a Vexy Village video right now, to be honest. Maybe when they fix more of the bugs. But what I do know, Vexy Villages right now, they're doing something that if you log in every day for like 25 days, you know, kind of like Townstar, you get a free NFT. But this is just my opinion, but Vexy Villages NFTs aren't really worth much because of the rebates they do. It kills their value. Like they recently did a rebate for one of the bear bunny Vexy things. That kind of kills the value of any other one they've sold. That's the problem with Vexy Villages. Also, that game's just... right now, at least, there's not enough to do for me to consider it fun. This game, towns are so much funner. Eternal Paradox is fun, but it's quite a grind. Even Champions Arena is, I would say, still more fun than Vexy Villages. This is all my opinion. Don't take it the wrong way. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. O-Town says, was too busy building earlier to comment. When you were making meta guesses for next week, I say bicycles. All good guesses, yeah. Is there some kind of bicycle holiday coming up that may make more sense for it to be bicycles? It's a good guess though, yeah. Mr. Trupa said, I kind of hate Vexy Villages because of the time it needs to gather wood to level up. Damn, so boring. Well, it's kind of like those games where it's like a task simulator. You have somebody do something and then you'll come back in 24 hours and collect the resources. And it would be cool if you could use those resources for like an RPG experience, but right now you just use those resources to craft other resources to level up or to craft or build some buildings in the new feature they added, the city blocks, I think is what it's called. But I think, as I said, I believe the city blocks is bugged right now because it's supposed to give you revenue in the game. This is just in-game currency. You're not actually earning anything, no crypto or anything. But I believe it's bugged because I don't think you earn any revenue. Like I have the rare hot dog stand NFT that I got from the Stars and Stripes sale, and it does let me place it now, and it says I earn what's it called? 2 bits? Bytes? Can't remember. It says I earn 2 bits or whatever per something per hour, per 2 hours, and I've not earned any. So I think it's bugged unless I'm doing something wrong. I do have a worker assigned to it. I think it's bugged. There's a bug going on with missing land, so my land's not even showing up no more. So yeah, I don't really have good stuff to say about Vexy Villages right now. Like I said before, I hope they add some kind of RPG elements to it, because I know at one point that was the plan. Add some kind of turn-based battle system, then it makes more sense to actually craft equipment and level them up. Summer. It's not summer for a while though. It's not summer till closer to the end of June. Who knows? Maybe well, yeah, it's a good guess. We'll see. But at least we have some idea of what it could possibly be. I guess spring works for bicycles too. Yeah. What if in the future we started voting using the blockchain? I don't think I have enough information or experience to know whether or not that would be a better idea or how it would help. Just an interesting thought. Otan also said, and they can push more steel mill NFT sales as well. That is true. Look, any meta involving steel, I'm all for it. So if they want to do bicycles, it's great. Bicycles and what else would I need really? Basically just the lights is just using my glass factories and North Pole Creation Labs. I was just taking a look at the bicycle craft requirements. Let's go ahead and look at the production monitor, probably for the last time here. Blue paint 256, close enough. Red paint 249, all right, even better. Eggs at 257. Would just be the backlog I had on some other products. Wood rate is amazing. Sugar rate, very close to 750, like we said before. I guess that's fine. Salt rate's 250, awesome. Milk is overproducing, but that's fine. Marshmallows still a little higher. I must have still had 6 extra salts on the side, that's why. The lumber rate here is good, it's perfect actually. Honeycomb glue balance is as good as it's gonna get. Flour is great. The cornstarch rate dropped a little, but it's still good. Chocolate bar is a little too low, but like I said, it's probably because it's making a little bit too much marshmallow still. I'm gonna keep an eye on this because it's not perfect. Like I said, the chocolate bar should be a little higher. But the glue is working just fine. And that's really it. I mean, there's no reason for the marshmallows to be this high forever because like I'm not even making that much salt. So yeah, what I'll probably do is refresh the production monitor once again and then keep it running for a couple hours and see if that works. I don't actually need the crystal reindeer. I don't know if anybody in my guild needs it, but actually I don't think I have any more guild space anyways. So I'll just use it. Just whatever, just better safe than sorry, I guess. But this didn't take a crazy amount of effort. Very similar to my Valentine's Day build where the Starlight Market box is. Yeah, but I tested it and it worked without it. Because I have 4 of them. Crafting glue. I've had 3 of them crafting glue, and when go offline, then it wouldn't make enough. I don't think there was any other NFT that I needed to place down. My production rate's already good. Buddy the dog to make it laggier. Probably not, but I'm gonna put down the trophy. Oh, this might be like the first competition you may not want to use Lucy. I don't know if anybody were using Lucy. If you are, you probably have a good reason to. But since you don't need a crazy amount of milk, does it make sense to use Lucy? It really just depends on your production rate though, because I know like there's some people that it will actually save you a spot. Yeah, in the end, it's all on the production rates. Because I'll put it here next to the circus. I'll leave it like this so I can see the egg rates and the chocolate rate. Yeah, did not use Lucy this time. Yep, no need to. It'd probably make things worse for me because I don't need that much milk. And like I said, I have one of these turned off. It's the best way I can balance it. I need to place down all 3 anyways for the passive feed. Also had to remove Lucy, milk was too high, yep. For no NFT, it is pretty easy to balance, limiting the amount of meadows you have. Now, there's probably some people using the wheat stand and crafting feed and getting milk that way. It'd probably be harder to balance, but maybe still save space. Alright, well, I'm gonna leave it here. Like I said, run it for a couple hours. Keep an eye on chocolate and sugar, but mostly chocolate. And then I'll go offline. I'm good. I have enough Wizards Workshops to combat the fireworks bug, and I'll use the crystal reindeers just in case, so definitely no issues. A citizen says, have you read the description on Sparky? What other farm animals do they mean? As far as I can tell, it only works on cows, chickens, and sheep. I've not noticed any speed improvement on the bees, so I don't even know if you would classify bees as an animal. I'd classify them as an insect, but yeah, just the cows, chickens, and sheep until they start adding other animals, I suppose. Maybe they'll add goats or something. I don't know. And if they add other animals, then Sparky would probably affect those too. And same thing with Lucy, I'm assuming. But yeah, Sparky is okay. I almost never use it. I only bought it because I bought it from somebody that was quitting for like half the price, or even less than half the price. I think I bought it really cheap. But I usually don't even use it, and it's nowhere near as good as Lucy anyways. But I have it. I could just use it here for fun, but like, no, it would increase my milk rate. There's no point. But yeah, I'll keep this running. Look at that, 250 Easter eggs per hour. It would be great if it's stuck at that rate. But it'll be close though. Anybody still working on your Easter eggs build, I wish you the best of luck. I had like a bunch of egg puns in mind and I forgot them. But I hope you have an exciting week, and I hope the competition goes exceptionally well for you. And I hope you excel in the rankings. And don't get too excited. I don't know. Take care, everybody. I will see you on Friday. Bye-bye. Thank you all for being here.